Hey everybody, it's Renee here. I hope you're doing well. I just made this cool journal. This one will be for myself. Look at that. Because I was born in the 70s and kind of grew up in the 70s and 80s, I wanted something that kind of reflected that. This was a very cool box that used to be a puzzle, but it was the cover of the puzzle box, and I really liked it. I thought it would be really neat to use that because I didn't keep the puzzle. The puzzle was kind of ripped up and wrecked, but I thought this would be a cool cover for the journal. So I did put that on top of my cover. What I haven't done is put some trims. So I'm going to put some trims in here once I'm actually done the journal, once I figure out what that might look like. So I will do that after the fact. The cover, this cover here, I used a cereal box. So that is what this one is made out of. It's 3 signatures, and I will cover this later, same thing, with some leather once I'm done the journal. In the back is just plain old paper. So I wanted to show you, obviously I haven't actually created anything in here yet because I just made it. So I wanted to show you just what it looks like now before I start. And then as I'm creating, I will show you what it will look like as we're going along and when we're done. So this journal has some digitals in it, and it has some scrapbook paper and a lot of vintage. So this is a digital. This is, I believe, some Tim Holtz paper. But there's just some random papers in here. This is construction paper. Some digitals. This is tailor-made journals if you go on Etsy. This one here, I just sprayed some inks on it. Lots of digitals in here. I wanted to have a few different sizes of paper, not just all one size. Some cool paper, another digital. This is wallpaper. Some vintage papers, another digital. I love this because it has the Cupid doll. I thought that was so cool with the Cupid doll. And with the Woody wagon. I love anything vintage. This one I really like because it's the Campbell's Kids. So I put that on there. This was from a 1950s magazine because I remember it was all about the coronation of the Queen. So I have lots of papers in here. So you can actually put your own take on it. You can put your own add-ins, papers, whatever you might want. You can write in here. And that's what we will be doing as we go along. Love all these old advertising of cars. They're so neat. Studebaker. Yeah, I have lots of papers in here. There's my first signature. This is Sir Winston Churchill. Yeah, there's the other part of the Studebaker. I make a lot of these kind of journals for people who want me to commission out to them. I have lots of people who want me to do, whether it's 60s, 70s, even 80s, 90s. I can do all those kind of papers. My favorite is the vintage ones, so the ones from the 60s, 70s, and older. But I can do anything if that's something that you're looking for. So cool, I just love this. And as of now, too, for those of you who are locals, I have my journals in the eatery called the U-Turn, which is located in Sherwood Park, Alberta, Ardrossan. And if you want to see my journals and you're local to this area, go check them out. There's lots of cool ones there. If you go into my Etsy shop and you see some of the journals in there, I can sell them to you locally as well. So see, lots of plain papers. There's some digitals, as I mentioned. But enough papers that you can add your own stuff, because I have a lot of stuff to add to my journals that I haven't done yet. And this way too, I like to leave space in between my signatures. So when I do add extra papers or whatever I might with washi tape or whatever, there is the space to do that. You don't want it too thick. With my journals too, I know a lot of people will put closures on them. I don't tend to put a closure on until I'm done. For myself, I will kind of, with somebody who buys my own journals, I will put the closure on, and usually it's just a ribbon, when I sell it, because you're not going to ask me for it later. So I do enclose that, but it's up to you whether you want them. I love this glassine envelope. So I love to have music paper in most of my things. This is avocado dyed. I believe this is, oh, what am I trying to say? This is a digital I just recently bought too. I will put the link down below, because right now I'm having memory loss. Here, I love this. It's embossed. So I tend to put this in some of my journals. Some butterflies. This one, yeah, it's from December 27th, 1952. It's the Star Weekly. And obviously there was a lot of stuff back then at that time with the Queen and her coronation. Yeah, so cool. This is very vintage. I believe this is from the early 1900s. I love the old advertising. This one was Coca-Cola. It's from the 1950s. This is kind of like a raggy type paper. So much fun. See, there's just lots and lots, and I hope to have this for my 2026 journal. Here's another one of those ones. I just love the look of it. Like the background here reminds me of the wallpaper in my mom and dad's kitchen when I was a kid. There's just so much you can do with journals. You can have a plain paper journal and there's nothing wrong with that. But I love this because this is just stuff that screams about you. And then you add more stuff anyway. This, with having the closed side of the envelope or the bag, this actually is kind of nice because you can still add stuff onto here, tape it on, staple it on. Probably not tape it because it's waxy, but you can staple it on. There's just so many things you can do with those as well. And I love the sound. Okay, so here we have that space too. And I intentionally, with the middle one, moved it up a little bit just so we wouldn't have a heaviness in the book. Once you start adding pages in and stuff, you won't even notice. This one was really cool because this was my first car I ever had. So when I saw this in a magazine from the 70s, I thought I have to put that in because that's just so cool. So much fun. I just love the look of that. That's just so neat. And you can add some things here that just little ephemera and whatnot to your book. There's so many things you can do with your journal. Same thing, just random. This is a British Rail from 1990-91. It's a map, so I put that in. And again, a lot of this stuff was stuff people were going to throw away. So this is true junk journaling. with the exception of having some digitals, which there's not a lot of digitals in this one. See, look at all that. There's so many pages in here. It's so much space for us to put our take on our daily life. With a lot of my journals too, I poke a hole in here so you could put your charms and your hanging bits, and I probably will do that. I just haven't done it yet. So this is my current journal I will be using for this year. Again, I am not done yet. Clearly, I have to do my journaling and adding all my bits, and I will finish off the cover when I'm done. I like leaving that till last because it gives me lots of time to think about what I want to put on it. I might even do it as we go along once I figure out what kind of trims I want to put on. So let me know what kind of journals you like. What kind of journals would you like to see? I am making a whole bunch to put into the restaurant and also for my Etsy shop. So let me know what kind of journals you would like to see me make that I can put up for sale. Have a great day, everybody. Stay safe, have fun, and we will see you soon. Bye-bye.